right, so we are now live. I'm gonna wait until some more people join. If not, I'll just go ahead and do our live stream directed draw, and it'll be uploaded onto the Instagram page and also the YouTube channel. So I'm gonna wait for about another 4 minutes and then we'll get started. So while we're waiting, today we'll be drawing Baby Yoda, just the face, since Monday is May 4th. Trying to figure out which would be the best character to draw, and Baby Yoda is probably the easiest. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And we'll color him and everything. Now, for those of you who are not aware from last time, I have teamed up with the school's Instagram page, and I will be doing their window art for the week. So every Monday at 1:30, we'll be doing a live stream directed draw for whatever the window art is going to be. And I will let you guys know what those are probably on Sunday nights. I'll post something so you guys can have all the materials ready, and you can join me and draw it together. Those will also be uploaded onto my YouTube channel for those who do not join or can't join. And we will be getting started in about another minute. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So today we're going to be drawing Baby Yoda in celebration of, I guess, Star Wars Day on Monday. And it's just a cute little guy. Who doesn't like Baby Yoda? He was very popular when The Mandalorian came out and everybody was going crazy over him. So the first thing I'm going to do to make it easy is we're going to draw an upside down U shape. It's going to be wide and flat. So instead of how a U would normally look like, it's going to look a little bit wider. So I'm going to start about here. I'm leaving enough space on both sides for his ears because his ears are very large. So I'm going to go ahead and draw my upside down U. Like that. Do the best that you can. I know mine isn't completely perfect, but that's okay. Fix it a little bit. All right, so we have our upside down U. Now we're going to extend the sides down a little bit. So the next part we're going to draw is the cheeks. So what I mean is we're going to draw kind of like another weird kind of U shape. So you're going to go down like that and curve it a little bit. And then we're going to kind of go curve it up like this. Okay. Same thing on the other side. You're making the exact same shape, except it's going in the opposite direction. So this one, I think I'm going to make it a little bit flatter. Okay. So we have something that looks like that. Now I'm going to maybe round this out a little more. So remember, when you're sketching this out with your pencil, you're going to do it lightly, because if we do it too dark, it's going to leave a mark and we can't fix that. If it's lighter, then when you erase it, you don't see any marks on your paper. So I'm going to try to do this kind of lightly. I'm going to go ahead and round this one out a little bit more. Okay. So we have something like that. So now when we're at this part, we're going to draw his chin. And his chin actually is going to start right about here and connect to about here. So, and that's going to be a wide U shape. And no, my lines are scratchy, but that's okay. We're just kind of sketching them out. We're going to trace our pencil lines with a black marker or Sharpie afterwards, and you can erase your pencil lines then. Okay, so I have something that looks like that. His head is a little squashed and kind of flat. All right. So now that we have that part, we're going to go ahead and draw his ears. So his ears are kind of flat. They look like cat ears, but they're flat to the sides. So I'm going to start about here, and I'm just going to kind of draw a diagonal line, keeping it kind of flat, but it's going up that way. Okay, same thing on this side. I'm going to start right about here and do a diagonal line out. I think this is a little too steep, so I'm going to flatten it out a little bit. Go ahead and erase this line. So it kind of looks flat. Okay. So now I'm going to try and maybe extend this out to the sides. We're going to do like a D shape where it curves like this. So from the point, you're going to curve and come down and around like this. Same thing on this side. Curve around and down. Like that. And we're actually going to add another little U or C shape right here. So starting from here, you're going to curve it around like this. Okay? Same thing on this side. It's a curve shape like a U or a C. And I'm going to go ahead and erase the line in the middle. Okay? So you have something that looks like that. While we're still on the ears, I'm going to start right here. And I'm going to draw a line that kind of shows the depth of his ears. So if you look at your dog or your cat from the side, you can see there's a little curved line. So to do that, I'm going to start here at the tip of his ear and draw a line kind of curved this way. Okay, same thing on this side, from here, like that. Okay, and there we go. I'm going to erase some of these lines I still see from before. All right. So there is his ears. Okay, now we're going to draw his eyes. So his eyes are super big, and they almost look like alien eyes. Because technically he is kind of like some kind of alien creature. I'm going to start right here, so where our cheek kind of ends, I'm going to go straight up, and that's where I'm going to start. And we're going to do another upside down U shape. So I'm going to go up and around, almost to the edge, but not quite. Okay, same thing on the other side. You're going to start right above this cheek line, and you're going to try to make it the same height. So I think we have to go up there. So you're going to curve around almost to the end and stop. Okay, so you have two upside down U shapes. Now the bottom and this side is going to be like a C shape. So we're going to round this one out. We're going to go down and curve like that. Same thing on this side. You're going to go down and curve. Like this. So it's like a C and a backwards C. And then we're going to round it out a little bit. I'm actually going to bring this down here like this. And then from here, this is a little bit straighter. We're going to slightly curve it and connect. So it's a little bit flatter on this side. Okay. Same thing on this side. We're going to kind of curve and flatten it and connect. Okay, if it doesn't look the same, you can always tweak it. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. And I'm going to go ahead and erase that inner line. In the corner here, I kind of rounded it out slightly. Okay, so there are his eyes. We're going to add like a double eyelid kind of effect because he has thick eyebrow ridges. So to do that, I'm going to start here. It's going to be thin in the front and then it's going to get thicker up here. So that means I'm staying close to the eye, but then as I go up, you see how this space right here gets wider? You're going to keep that width and you're going to keep going up and around. You're just following this shape all the way around like this. It's okay if it goes out, that's fine. So something like that. Same thing on this side. You're going to start right in front, going to go straight up and around. I like to jump around a little bit. Okay, so you have something like that. All right, I am going to put 2 little circles in the upper corner of his eyes. So do your best circle as possible. And this just shows that there's like a little shine in his eyes and he looks a little bit more realistic. So we're done with the eyes. He has 3 lines right here that kind of makes his brow. The first one is right in the middle. Goes like that. And the other 2 curve out in opposite directions. So it goes like this and out like that. Okay. So now he needs a nose. He's got a little funny shaped nose. I'm not going to draw that one. I'm going to draw just a circle, more of an oval right here. So start at the top and go around like this and try to make it small. He has a small little nose, probably actually smaller than this. This still looks a little big to me, so I'm going to make it slightly smaller. Do that. That looks okay. So the little second to last thing we're going to do is do his mouth. And his mouth, it's not flat, it's not smiling, and it's just kind of a line. It's curved slightly upwards, like an upside down U, but not as U-shaped like this. It's flatter. So I'm going to start here, and I'm going to kind of sketch it out like this. It has a slight curve. Now, if you want to make him smiling, you can. I'll leave that up to you. But for the most part, he's just he doesn't really have any expression. Okay. And then I like to add a little tiny line at the corners of his mouth. And if you want, you can do a little line right here that connects. You don't have to. So we have Yoda's face, Baby Yoda's face. Now, he's got a lot of tiny, tiny little hairs on top of his head and on his ears. So to do that, what you're going to do is you're going to start at the top and you're just going to add a few little lines. You can add as much hair as you want, as little hair as you want. I don't even know if you guys can see that. Let's check. Not really. But once I go over it with a marker, you'll be able to see it. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and do this and do some hairs on his ears. I just noticed my neighborhood squirrel is on the branch in front of me right now. Grooming. I found out there's 2 squirrels that pop out on my tree right in front of my window. I thought I'd name one Sam or Sammy, but then another one showed up, so it's Sam and Sammy. All right. Anyway, I think we are done with our Yoda. If you want to add some lines here for his wrinkles, you can. But because he's Baby Yoda, I'm just going to keep him like that. So now I have my marker. I've got a Sharpie. You can use any marker you want. And I'm just going to go ahead and outline his face. I'm going to go nice and slow because if I go too fast, I'm going to make some kind of mistake. So try to go nice and slow as possible. And you don't have to do the whole thing at once. You can do little bits of tracing at a time. Okay. Go ahead and do his eyes. Oh no. Okay. And then his mouth. And last thing is his ears. And then his hairs. I think we are done tracing. So again, if you want to go ahead and erase your pencil lines, you can totally do that. Make it look cleaner. But because we're going to be coloring him, you might not even have to. I'm going to erase some of these lines. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and get my color pencils, and I've got a green, And it's more of like a yellowish green, kind of, not a really bright green, because he's not really bright green. So I'm going to go ahead and color his ears. And then color his face. So try to stay inside the lines as best as you can. I'm going to go ahead and color the inside of his ears green. So all of him is pretty much green. And his eyes, if you want to color it in with your black marker, you can. Okay, I think that's good. I'm going to go ahead and grab like a peachy, or not peachy, like a light red color. And I'm just going to shade in his inside of his ear with a little bit of color, just so we have some other colors besides green. I'm going to color it a little bit darker in the inside corner than the outside areas, like that. Then I'm going to get my black color and color his eyes in. Sharpen my pencil a little bit. Now the circles you are not coloring in. Those are going to remain white. And let's see, my black color pencil doesn't want to be sharpened. Okay. going to see if I can find a different black. This is a little, it's not working. Okay. Don't want to color it in with my Sharpie. Okay. Let's try to sharpen this guy again. Hopefully it won't break, and it broke. Okay. Yeah. I think I have to retire that black. Let me see if I have any more. Okay. All my blacks are tiny. So I'm going to go around the circle that I drew. If my pencil was a little bit bigger and easier to hold, I would be coloring his eyes in a little bit darker than this. But for now, I'm doing it kind of lightly. I'm using the side of my pencil because it covers more area. And I'm trying to go in the same direction all the way. Whoops. Oops, sorry about that. Okay. I'll try and go over it one more time to see if that'll make it darker. And let's see if I can erase this part. Okay. All right, so there is my Yoda. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, this directed draw on how to draw Yoda. If you want, you can go ahead and add the, not slogan, but the line, "May the 4th be with you." Or you can just leave it like this. If you want, you can try to add his little collar and some shoulders, and you can color that brown for his clothes. I'm just going to do his face for today. But he looks so cute. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys are staying safe and staying healthy. Miss you guys so much. This is completely different and very sad. So, it's starting to kind of hit me now that it's already been 8 weeks. This is the end of week 8, if you can believe it. So, we can get through this. We just have to hang in there a little longer, and hopefully this will all end soon. So, hope you guys are having fun, or trying to have fun at least. Enjoy this beautiful weather today that we're having, so sunny. And have a great weekend. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.